Hello, all you hardcore boxing fans out there. How you doing? It's Russ here from Poker's Corner, the biggest gob in sport. I say the things on here, but nobody dares say. Isn't that right? All you other channels out there with access, especially you, Mister PC Gully from Boxing King Media, and you, Coogan, you licker, Omar, Umar, whatever you're called. You're a massive licker as well. I'm Puppet Parsons. What can you do? None of them are going to ask proper questions, are they? Because they don't want to lose access. They're no balls, these people. And then we've got other people with big YouTube channels who are going to do this, they're going to do that, they're going to ask this, they're going to ask that. They're asking nothing. They get a bit of access and they cross over to the dark side. Pretty embarrassing. Pretty embarrassing. But hey ho, it's a sport full of shit houses. Right. Let's get straight down to business before I go for a run. Time is at 6:17 a.m. I'm absolutely knackerooned. Uh, let's see what's been going on. I see Horsecock is on Talk Sports saying that Tyson Fury ain't done yet. Wow. Wow. Horsecock, you were one of the first people when he got done the first time by Usyk that agreed with me saying he don't faint as much. He don't throw as many punches. He takes rounds off. His legs are not what they were. Now you're saying he ain't done. Why would you come out with all that after he's been done a second time by Usyk? I mean, what is it? Which is it with you? Do you just run out of things to say, Horsecock? Or are you just trying to pal him up in case you bump into him? What is it? Why can't none of you just speak the truth or say what you said beforehand? It's just becoming kind of coming embarrassing, really, isn't it? Absolutely embarrassing, and it's just never ending, isn't it? From these people, I think that Orsecock should just say what you think. Just say it. Say what you think, and don't beat about the old Barbara Bush. Do you know what I mean? Don't do it. Don't do it to yourself, Orsecock. Don't do it to yourself. That's unless you're trying to get Tyson Fury to join Sky and hoping that he's had a fallout with that lot. But I don't see that. He's going to hang out the back of that brigade as soon as his head comes back and he's had a look at the landscape. He's obviously waiting to see what Usyk's doing and Daniel Dubois. I mean, Tyson Fury would love Joseph Parker, absolutely love it if he beat Dubois, and then he could step in and fight Parker. They'd arrange something because he's done enough rounds with him, man. Do you know what I mean? They'd sort some fake beef out. Him and Andy Lee would have a family dispute or something, wouldn't they? They'd be writing scripts as we speak. Do you know what I mean? It is what it is. But like I said, I think he's just waiting out to see what Usyk does. If Fury had any knackers, he'd be demanding a trilogy with Usyk. You know what I mean? Just like Anthony Joshua, if he had any knackers, he will be exercising that rematch against Dubois, wouldn't he? But they know that he's done. His punch resistance has gone. Body beautifuls don't win boxing contests, do they? Otherwise, we'd have Mr. Universe as heavyweight champion at world, wouldn't we? We won't have Andy Ruiz flogging Big Meech on the spot, would we, in that first fight? So, but it is what it is. We all know about Big Meech, don't we? And Fury. I think we're all tired of them now, aren't we? We've had it rammed down our throats for 14 years. What they're going to do? They're going to do this. They're going to do that. They've got 10 wins over champions between them. And, Vladimir, an old man, wasn't he? Wow, they want exactly a spring chicken, worry. Your Povetkins, your Pulevs, people like that. You know? So I see old Joshua Boazzi's finally opened his mouth, hasn't he? He won an Olympic bronze in 2016, Joshua Boazzi, I believe. We're 2015 now, and he's finally opened his pie hole. You're looking at titles like Joshua Boazzi goes in on Tunde Ajayi, aka Lion Bars in the Camp. Or is it dream it, believe it, become it, Sunday? What is it? I mean, Anthony Yard, 34-year-old, dream it, believe it, become it. A 10-year professional fighter, Anthony Yard. And what's he got on his mantelpiece? Yeah, Southern Area belt against Chris Hobbs and a Commonwealth title against Lyndon Arthur. Go on, Sunday. Dream it, believe it, become it. Lion Bars in the Camp. What a Commonwealth and a Southern Area in 10 years, and that's it. That's the Anthony Yard story. His best two wins, Chris Hobbs and Lyndon Arthur, and he's going for Lyndon Arthur again now, even though he knocked him out not so long ago. Jesus, dream it, believe it, become it, eh? Is this what we're supposed to be told off these people? Tunde Ajayi lined his own pockets. He only puts Yard near any danger or even any 50-50 fights if they're getting massive, massive money. You know what I mean? So is Buatsi trying to big a fight up with Anthony Yard? I say, yeah. I say Buatsi beats Callum Smith. And then I can see Turkey and Bricktop and them calling for that fight. Why else would Joshua Buatsi, a man that we've not heard a squeak out of since he won Olympic bronze 9 years, and I mean, we've not heard a squeak out this guy. Why all of a sudden would he be going in on Tunde Ajayi? I love these. I do love these titles that these people put out. I mean, what's that one? IFL Umar's put out. Bricktop Grills, Eddie Hills asks him what has he done for DAZN. It was nothing like that. It was just like a grill. It were not a grilling. It was just like a bit of a loving, wasn't it? Really, an absolute loving. You know, grills. God, I'd hate to think what they thought if it were intense beef. But then again, we get that all the time, don't we? Or Johnny Nelson raw, or Flex Ingle brutally honest. My God. Now we've got Frank Warren grills Eddie Hearn over what has he done for DAZN lately. My God. Some of these titles are absolutely pony. Absolute pony. So what else has been happening? Well, Josh Taylor's signed with Bricktop, hasn't he? Personally, I think he's finished. He's going in on why he signed with Bricktop. Well, Bricktop's got Turkey's E-roll and he's up his arsehole as well. So everybody's going to want to sign with Bricktop, aren't they? Everybody's crossing the street now. So speaking of people that are crossing the street, I see Mr. Beans still working with GMB as if they've signed Hughie Fury. Good luck to Hughie. Hughie's been with Mick Hennessy. He's been with Bricktop. He's worked with Bricktop, sorry. He's worked with Sky. Now he's working with GMB. Let's hope that Izzy, who I actually do know, can do the business for Hughie. Hughie's avoided, though, and he's going to be hard to match. But let's see what happens with that. Good luck to them. I see Callum Smith's talking big. But, you know, he's got a big job on anyway, Buatsi. But they're just trying to sell it this week, aren't they? Fight, aren't they? Big job he's got on with Buatsi. Callum Smith's had 5 fights since 2019. 5 fights. We're now 2025. He's going to have his 6th fight since 2019. So, in my opinion, his tools are not sharp. But then again, he is a tool. So I see his brother, Paul Jim Royal Smith, a.k.a. Smiggers Titties. I see he's popped up, hasn't he? You know, going on about this and that and blah, blah, blah. Look, get back in your box. Get back in your box. That's how I look at it. And I used to be a Paul Smith groupie until I wished him well before his Andre Ward fight. I wanted him to fill Andre Ward in, actually. So I wished him well, and he blocked me, didn't he? Unbelievable. You can't even wish a man well. But then again, he was half a stone overweight, wasn't he? And that was on the Wednesday. And even his little brother, the small fella, Swifty, was saying, "Come on, we're going to do some running, get this weight off." He didn't even want to know, did he? He didn't even want to know. But it is what it is. I see Virgil Ortiz is calling out Conor Ben, saying that he's an explosive fighter. Can somebody tell me Conor Ben's record and who his best wins are? Chris Algier is his best win. That is it. He's not got a belt. He's not got an area belt, an English, a British, a Commonwealth, a European, or a world title belt. Why he's got such a high ranking with the WBC at welterweight, I don't know. He hasn't fought at welterweight for 3 years in April. When he gets in the ring against Eubank, it will be over 3 years since he's been a welterweight. He's fighting Eubank at middleweight. So why has he even still got a welterweight ranking? I don't know. It's absolute pony macaroni. Do you know what I mean? I think we'll finish off with this one. The Lazy Rhino and his YouTube channel, eating off the same plate that I do now, getting his point across. Well, he's saying that him and Elmer Fudd rematch is close. Well, why no announcement? We've had the Liam Cameron, Ben Whitaker announcement. They fought, didn't they, at the same time as Rhino and Fudd. So why is Fudd quiet and Daddy Fudd? They're not saying anything. Usually, when I see that, my spider sense is tingling. What it means is they don't want it because the Rhino will punch him upside down. So this, my advice to the Lazy Rhino is this: look elsewhere, or you will be parked up. Go and get another fight somewhere else. All right, because it's just waffle, and it's basically begging now. You're begging, you're showing yourself up. Go elsewhere, go and sign a deal with somebody else and get a fight somewhere else because they obviously don't want this fight, do they? All right. Go and be smart. Do you know what I mean? Go and be smart. But it is what it is. I think we've got Anthony Austin on at some point today, hopefully. So between 11:30 and 5:30, I think. So that gives me time to get me run done, good training and that, and do a few other bits and bobs, keep myself ticking over. So what I found when you go running now is if you put these on, you can run a bit better because you know when your hands are frozen, it's an absolute nightmare, isn't it? It's an absolute nightmare. So that's about it, really. So we'll get this out straight away. I think I've got a thumbnail somewhere. Andy, did you send me two? Because I've only got one on my email, mate. You sent me Rhino one. Can you send me another one, mate? I might really bother what it is, and I'll base the video around it. All right. That's about it, really. I tell you what, I'm glad I'm not white. Is it white water swimming or cold water swimming? Andy does that, don't you, Andy? That's not for me, mate. That's not for me. Running about and jumping in a river or something in winter. No. So them Scottish people are proper tough. So that's it. Watched Braveheart last night. I was thinking of you, Andy, watching Braveheart up in them Scottish Islands. All right. So what? Shattered. But it is what it is. We've got to do the do. So thanks to everybody for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. Let me get this one out of the way. It's done then, isn't it? It's done. Go on, peace out. Peter De Freitas, hope you're well. Just let me know what day you're free this week, Pete. And do you want to do something after the show on Saturday? Let me know. All right, mate. Come on, pop, pop, bang. We'll get Terry on this week as well, I think. Ryan on. We'll get Canada Bob on. He's popular, isn't he? That's about it. Cameron, when you finish with that Saudi contract that you're doing, because we know you're putting these people before me, I'm on back burner, aren't I? Because I'm a small fry. We'll change a few things on commission. There's a few heads going to be coming off there. There's no heads going on. All right? Okie dokie. One peace out. Oh, and Cameron, while we're at it, you're forgetting logos on thumbnails. Do you know what I mean? So I know you're busy in that, but You know, we like to be consistent, don't we? Go on, booyaka.